They said I was glowing on my wedding day. What they didn't know was that I was already losing myself. I was 24. I thought love was enough. I thought a ring was a promise from God. Everyone celebrated us. But nobody asked if we were ready. Before Him, God was my everything. I spoke to Him every morning. He answered every time. He walked into my life at the house of God. I thought that meant God sent Him. He proposed in April. My pastor warned me to wait. I didn't listen. Mama was so proud. "You've done well," she said. If only we knew. Our first home felt like a dream. Small, but ours. I decorated every corner with hope. 3 months in, the silence started. Not peaceful silence. The kind that swallows you whole. I don't know when I stopped praying. It happened so slowly I didn't even notice. He started coming home at midnight. Always with excuses. And I always believed them. The bathroom became my prayer room. Because I couldn't let him see me breaking. Chisholm was the first to see it. I told her I fell. She knew I was lying. The first time he raised his voice, I told myself every couple fights. The first time he raised his hand, I told myself the same lie. I still went to church. Sat in the front row. Smiled when the pastor said, "Marriage is a blessing." She told me to fast and pray. That my submission would change him. I fasted for 21 days. Nothing changed. The night I found those messages, something in me died. And something else, something angry, woke up. He looked me in the eye and said I was imagining things. Then he said it was my fault for not being enough. Mama asked how marriage was. I said, "Fine." That word was the biggest lie I ever told. I used to dream about my future. Now I couldn't see past tomorrow. My marriage was consuming me. I was showing up to work empty. Eventually, they noticed too. I followed him one Friday. I wish I hadn't. Some truths break you in ways that don't heal cleanly. That night I begged God, "Why did you let me walk into this?" The room was quiet. But I felt something shift. I found my old prayer journal from when I was 19. Every page was full of faith. I barely recognized that girl. Chisholm showed up when I stopped answering calls. She said, "I'm not leaving until you eat." That was the first time I felt human in months. I wrote the letter 3 times. Tore up the first 2. The third one, I meant every word. I left before sunrise. I didn't want a scene. I just wanted to breathe again. As the car pulled away, I kept waiting to feel regret. It never came. Only relief, and then guilt about the relief. Mama took one look at me and started crying. She didn't ask questions. She just held me. He came 3 days later. Crying. Flowers in hand. Mama told him to leave. I stayed behind the curtain and said nothing. The church talked. She's being stubborn. She should go back. Nobody asked what happened inside those walls. I spent weeks just staring at the ceiling. Trying to figure out who I was without the title of wife. One morning I opened the Bible and it fell to Psalm 34. He heals the brokenhearted. I read it 10 times. And then I wept, but differently this time. I started talking to God again. Not to beg. Just to be honest. I'm broken. I'm angry. but I'm still here. 6 months after leaving, I got a new job. The interview panel asked where I saw myself in 5 years. For the first time in a long time, I had an answer. I found a group of women who'd survived what I survived. When I finally spoke, really spoke, they didn't look at me with pity. They looked at me like warriors recognize each other. When the papers came, my hand shook. Not because I doubted. Because I finally understood how much I'd lost, and how much I'd survived. He moved on in 4 months. Posted pictures and everything. I cried that night. But in the morning I realized, she didn't know what she was walking into. The hardest person to forgive wasn't him. It was me. For ignoring the signs. For choosing a man over my God. Mama prayed over me one evening. She said, God never left you. You just couldn't hear him over all that noise. A year later, they asked me to speak at a women's conference. I almost said no. Then I thought of every woman still sitting in that bathroom floor, crying silently. The first time I laughed, really laughed, was a Tuesday afternoon with Chisholm over jollof rice. It surprised me. My own laughter surprised me. I went back to God, not because everything was fixed, but because I finally understood He was never the one who left. I put my marriage before God, and everything fell apart. But God put me back together, better than I was before. That's the part they don't tell you. This is my story. Not a warning. Not a shame. A testimony. And if you're sitting in that silence right now, God sees you. He has not forgotten you.